It's been 5 weeks since my diagnosis. It's been an interesting 5 weeks. It's been very up and down. On the upside, I've had an incredible amount of people step forward to offer to help. And if you're one of those people, thank you so much, appreciate it. There's so much to deal with and so much going on, and I don't have a car right now, so all the offers of rides and help is overwhelming, and I really appreciate it. The frustrating thing has been dealing with the medical community. Because I'm broke and I don't have health insurance, I have to go through Medi-Cal, which is great because all my costs will be covered. I won't have to pay for anything. And at first it was pretty cool. They got me on, the free clinic got me on Medi-Cal right away, set me up with a primary care physician to get the ball rolling on everything. So the first couple weeks went pretty well, got everything moving pretty quickly. Although the first couple of weeks, I feel like I really lost time. I feel like I don't know what happened. All of a sudden I looked up and 3 weeks had gone by and I was numb. I just kept thinking I have breast cancer. That's about as far as I could process, and no information yet because none of the doctors will actually tell you anything until you get to an oncologist. Nobody wants to guess and be wrong or suggest that something's going to happen. So the first 3 weeks in particular were a lot of weeks of sitting around going, wonder what's going to happen now. A lot of friends set me up with other friends who've gone through it, but kind of want to wait till I actually talk to an oncologist before I start asking about things. Last week is the first week I finally felt normal, like I could actually process stuff. The first 3 weeks, I don't feel like I processed anything. I cried a lot. Still cry a lot. It's a lot to absorb. My cat is helping me out today. And then I just went home this week. This is what I mean. I completely lost track of time. And broke the news of my diagnosis to my parents, which was very hard. My father is critically ill and has been critically ill for a long time, and he's very, very fragile right now. Well, his mind is pretty sharp, but he has trouble speaking. It's really slow and difficult for him to speak, and he's just very, very frail. My mom is wading knee-deep into the Alzheimer's pool, so her brain is not functioning very well. When I told him I had breast cancer, my dad immediately started to cry, and my mom kind of got it, but then didn't, so I had to keep telling her, Mom, I have breast cancer. And she keeps saying, well, no, maybe it's not that. Maybe it'll be okay and you won't have it. And I had to keep saying, no, I have breast cancer. That much I know. I do have breast cancer. And she kept saying, oh, that's too bad, but maybe it'll be okay and you won't have it. So I think that's her way of just saying overall, maybe it'll all be all right in the end. But it was very, very difficult. And but out of all of it, my dad and I had a really beautiful moment where we talked about it. And he's not real demonstrative, but we shared a really nice moment about it. And he told me how concerned he is. And they're way in Minnesota, and I'm here in LA, so it's a long way away. And, you know, he's my dad, and he wants to fix things, and there's not much he can do to fix this. So he told me to tell all of my caretakers, thank you very much on behalf of him and my mom for taking care of me. So that was challenging, going home and dealing with that and having to sort of tell my mom over and over again, no, Mom, I do have breast cancer. That's been the hardest part of this. When I went and saw the primary care physician who was supposed to refer me on to the oncologist, I got to the clinic and the first thing they said is, what are you here for? And I had to say, I've been diagnosed with breast cancer. And they said, oh, okay, very sorry, let's see what we can do. Then I got passed off to another nurse that, you know, checks your blood pressure and all that. And she said, oh, what are you here for today? And I had to say, breast cancer. Oh, I'm so sorry. On to another nurse. And what are you here for today? Breast cancer. Oh, I'm so sorry. And by the time the doctor came in, I was sort of fed up with having to tell every medical professional in the building what I was there for when they were all looking at my chart. You would think somebody at some point would have made a note on the chart saying, breast cancer. So that was very frustrating. And then it's been 2.5 weeks since that appointment, and they said somebody will call you within a week to set you up with the oncologist. Well, today, 2.5 weeks later, 5 phone calls wondering what the hell is going on. I finally kind of lost it today and said this needs to be resolved today. I haven't seen anybody. I don't know what's going on. Finally, the woman from the breast care center at Cedars called me today to set up an appointment, which I still don't know what's going to go on. She didn't tell me what that appointment's about. I tried to get that information from her, and she said, just bring your x-rays and all your information with you. And the doctor will go over everything with you. So hopefully that'll be the beginning of a treatment plan. And then at the end of that conversation, she said, so you're coming in for what? It shows that you have some issue with your breast. And I had to say, breast cancer. And I felt like saying, yes, I have an issue with my breast. It's called breast cancer, bitch. And I'm tired of telling people this. But I restrained myself and I didn't say that. So hopefully, and that's 2 more weeks before that appointment happens. So hopefully at that appointment, somebody will actually get their shit together and tell me what's going on, because I still don't know what stage I'm at. From the little information I've done online, it could be anywhere from 0 to 2. They said it was invasive ductal carcinoma in situ, which are 2 contradictory things. Invasive means it's in lymph nodes and it's in other places. In situ means it's still in the breast tissue. 2 very different things. So 2 more weeks of waiting without knowing. Yeah, so I'm trying to be patient. I've done fun things like made my treatment folder. So something pretty to put all the paperwork in. And then I have started, somebody suggested to do a treatment journal. So I have all the information in here of all the doctors and everything. So if I'm, I don't know, incapacitated or upset or something, any one of my caregivers can go here and all the information. I've been trying to log everything that's going on so I can keep track of it, because it already is a lot of information. And then the funny thing from it was I had to color my hair today because my roots were very gray. Completely gray underneath this. I just turned 50, so I guess being completely gray is acceptable at 50. I had an amazing birthday party last week before I left for home. All the people I love were there. We sang karaoke. Very silly. Very fun. So glad everybody was there. But, sorry, I sort of went off on a tangent there. Came home from Minnesota and decided I needed to color my hair because my roots were quite extensive. And I had this moment as I was doing it of realizing that if things go the way I think they will, if I end up in chemotherapy and all of that, I won't have to worry about coloring my hair soon, because I won't have any. Which was both kind of made me laugh and also made me cry at the same time, because I'm not that attached to my hair, but I'm not sure I'm ready to part with it yet. Anyway, that's where I am today, April 13th, Friday the 13th. So 2 more weeks, hopefully I'll know something. Probably won't vlog until then unless something catastrophic or fascinating or amazing happens. And subscribe if you find this at all interesting, and feel free to leave comments, and I will talk to you all soon.